Hey gang, David Essel here. For the past 43 years as a #1 best-selling author, counselor, master life coach, and more, so many different things. I wanted to talk today about something pretty serious that happened in my life and how I hid my anxiety disorder for over 30 years. I mean, it's incredible to think about how skilled I became at not even knowing I was filled with anxiety, not even having a clue I was filled with anxiety. And I think it happens to a lot of people. You know, when we're a kid, of course, we don't know the difference between anxiety, depression, excitement. I mean, we just don't know. We don't have that kind of understanding, knowledge, or verbiage even to use the words. So to be able to tell my parents at 6 or 10 or 12 or 14, especially 12, and I'll tell you why, that I felt a lot of anxiety, or I felt out of sorts, or I didn't feel understood, all those kind of things, which are part of the anxiety experience that I went through. I leaned to alcohol at 12. You know, I was so anxious about being accepted in life. I was very codependent that I found these 16-year-old boys. I wanted to be a part of their group, and I had a drink to prove my way in. Now, that also covered up the anxiety feelings, right? So when I was under the influence of anything, and as we go from 12 on, you know, all I did was kept switching the drugs. I always kept alcohol with me, but I tried every drug imaginable. And after 30 years, all of a sudden, I was in a diagnosis of generalized anxiety disorder. And I remember looking at the therapist saying, "What are you talking about? You know, I do this and I do that, and I'm a go-getter, I'm a type A, and I'm on stage in front of 5,000 people speaking. What do you mean I have anxiety?" And then she showed me quite easily. You know, David, if you have an addiction of any kind, you're trying to avoid reality. People with anxiety, depression, people with borderline personality disorder, bipolar, extreme levels of insecurity, extreme levels of codependency coming out maybe as peer pressure. Everyone that has that internal anxiety will try to find some type of an addiction, a substance, a behavior, whatever it might be. Spending, the news, television, social media to avoid feeling, right? Because if you were to sit, if you want to know if you have anxiety or not, here's a simple step I give to all of my clients that are unsure if they have anxiety. I'll say on a Friday night, no television, no alcohol, no sugar, no nicotine, no pot, no nothing. Sit, see what happens. You know, if you start tapping your feet, if you start getting really restless within the first 5 minutes, you may have an underlying generalized anxiety disorder. You may also have ADD or ADHD. But until we sit without covering ourselves up with anything, it's really hard to know. When my diagnosis came through as a generalized anxiety disorder in my 30s and depression in my 30s, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked because I had covered them up. Workaholism covered it up. Wanting to make more money covered it up. Alcohol covered it up. Cocaine covered it up. I mean, I had every tool in the book to cover my anxiety so I didn't have to deal with it. Listen, below, comment. Are you in the same situation? Have you felt the same way? Did you find a way out of your anxiety? Comment below. Also, you know, because of everything I've gone through, I have such a passion for training people in the world of mental health. And so we have a mental health and master life coach certification. You're going to be able to read about it below. I'll post it in a few minutes after I'm done with this video. But you're going to be able to go through a 30-hour training with me where we're going to look at the origin and the solution for everything people are going through, from relationship breakups to weight gain to procrastination. This is all mental health. Procrastination, low self-confidence, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, you name it. We're going to cover it all in this 30-hour course. So go below, click on the course, the Mental Health and Master Life Coach Certification. I'm so fired up. You can join us in person or via Zoom, or you can do it one-on-one, whatever you want. Everything's below. But remember this. Once we find the origin, the beginning of our issues. So when I was looking for the origin of my addictions, it came right down to anxiety and depression, both low-grade anxiety, low-grade depression I hadn't dealt with in 30 years. When we took the substances away, then I had to man up. And I had to really start to work hard on my emotional regulation skills, which means learning how to deal with anxiety. And I'm going to give you 1,000 tools during this certification: how to deal with depression, how to deal with sleep issues. I'm going to give you self-esteem, self-confidence. I'll give you so many tools. You are going to heal first, as it always happens in the world of coaching. Then you're going to be able to go out and create a part-time job, a full-time job. Within 90 days to 6 months of the certification, if you want, you can be making a difference in this world, and I hope you will. Join me at talkdavid.com. Have a beautiful day.